Okay, so let's do some rolling. Let's see how this goes, and hopefully I understand the rules well enough. I'm just going to follow the core gameplay loop and go from there, and hopefully I understand everything. And things are going to be moving a little bit slower as I'm catching my footing and getting used to like the procedural generation loop and all that. And I downloaded just like a square grid type paper just to help track where I'm at. I'm going to keep it very simple because even the book has like an example that looks similar to this. So I'm just going to be creating little small boxes that are rooms with connectors, and then I'll just be going in like a snake pattern until I get out of here. So this is mission number 1. I rolled for what type of mission it is. It is an assassination. So I need to find someone. Let's go over what assassination means again. So yeah, let's see. Okay, so I got the mission goal, right? So assassination, eliminate a high value target such as a heretical leader or a particularly dangerous mutant. Players must navigate through enemy forces to reach the target and engage them in battle. Once the objective has been eliminated, the squad can head out to the extraction point. In order to eliminate your target during an assassination mission, you must determine where they are. This is done with a UD8, making a check every time you enter a new area. Use the appropriate leader stat block according to the mission's enemy faction to determine who the target is. Once eliminated, head towards extraction. So, according to the mission's enemy faction. Okay. And then I got... After that, there's extraction rules. So even getting out is hard. But I rolled for the mission site. I rolled a 16. So it's a warp-touched wildlife preserve. And then there is some information on who I would be facing primarily in this area. So if I scroll down, it's mostly mutants and demons who I will encounter. So this is a wildlife reserve. Once a sanctuary for exotic creatures has been tainted by the warp. The flora and fauna have been mutated into bizarre and dangerous forms, and the preserve's automated systems are barely functional. The preserve's records hold valuable data on the warp's effects on living organisms. So I will go back to that page. I will write it down. Page 91 has the events, so I'll just mark that down for myself. So this is the starting area, and so now this is the connection right here. So you have to roll for. There's nowhere that's safe. You can't even walk down the hallway safely. So, which is interesting. So we're gonna roll on the connector table and see what we get. So I'm going to roll a d20. The lower, the better. Actually, 18 through 20 or 1 through 10 is what I want. So let's see. I'm going to roll a d20. Oh, is that a 10? Nice. I rolled a 10, so it is a simple hallway. So I don't have to worry about anything here. So what I'm going to do is just going to draw another box. Let's see. Yeah, if it's a simple hallway, so I'm going to say start. Then I'll say simple. And then I think I just did 4 boxes each. Just keeping it super simple. Let's see. Now that we're in this room here. So we did it. It's just a simple hallway. Area exploration. Each time the squad exits an area, they must roll on the exploration table to learn what lies ahead. And so I will roll a d10 to see what lies ahead. Okay, that is a 1. So, oh, it's an ambush. Oh no, combat so quickly? Darn it. Okay. So let's see, like, combat is fairly simple. I just want to make sure that I'm doing it correctly. Okay, let's see. As you exit your current area and enter the next one, you are ambushed. Roll on the mission site's encounter table and follow the standard ambush rules presented on page 41. So I believe the standard combat or ambush, you might get ambushed. When this is the case, place all melee enemies on zone 1 instead of zone 4 as usual, that is together with your squad, and they start the first round with +2 initiative. Okay. I think I missed something. I think I'm supposed to roll. So this is all the mission site information. When you enter a new area, the starting area doesn't count. There are 3 things I need to do. So I need to, the assassination target check. I forgot to do that. So let's see. I did roll ambush, but I forgot to do the horde die check and the assassination check. So I'm gonna do the assassination check first. So let's see. I'm gonna roll a d8. This is for assassination. That's a 3, so it does not change. I believe it's a 1 or a 2 that lowers the die. Areas are connected to each other by area connectors. When exiting an area, roll on the connector table. Each time you enter a new area, roll on the exploration table. That's what I did. Wait, when do I roll the die? I feel like that's somewhere. It doesn't mention here in the gameplay, like the quick rules, the summary. Scavenging once per area, a single scrap hound can make a scavenging check. Each time you enter a new area, when the check is modified, he rolls 5d6. Okay, you use his die. The roll is a 1 or a 2. The usage die decreases by 1 size. Okay. When a check is modified, i.e. +2 to melee combat checks, you must add a number of dice. Okay. I'm gonna roll the horde die check. Oh, that's a 2. Horde die goes down to a d6. They're getting closer. But we're also... And then exploration. Okay, so apparently it's on page 55. Yes, okay, you make it that check every time you enter a new area. Okay, and then so for the horde die, it's page 103. It mentions it. The horde die. When you first arrive in a mission... Okay. Once you've dealt with the horde, each time you enter a new area, you must make the horde die check. Okay, got it. So, now it's combat. Okay, so. Okay, I got ambush. So, ambush by what? So I'm gonna go back to page 41. What kind of enemy is it? Am I ambushed by the enemies in this region? Which was demons or something. Follow the standard 41. While exploring the mission site, you might get ambushed. When in this case... Okay, so... I'm gonna put ambush here. Thought I'd have more time before combat came. Okay, so I don't have... Let's see, I'm gonna use these little dice as markers. So I'm gonna be yellow, the enemy is white. We're all in zone 1. They get +2 to initiative. So they have more... Yeah, I guess I'm surprised that they have more chances to land a hit on me. Okay. Who is the enemy though? That's where I'm confused. Oh, that's what I was thinking. So it needs to be the... Okay, let's see who it is. It could be a mutant or it could be a demon. So I'm gonna roll a d6. Okay. So, ambushed by demons. It doesn't say how many. So is it just one demon? Okay, so if it's demons, I need to roll on the... apparently there's a demon encounter table? Okay, demons. In Oblivion's Edge, entities beyond normal space have found their way into our dimension. These beings, collectively referred to as demons, are manifestations of the chaotic energies of the warp, giving form and terrible purpose. Okay. So, leader... It says Leader Goliath. I'm reading the PDF. So, this is page... Okay, these towering demons are a force of nature. Their massive bodies capable of leveling entire areas with their might. Their skin is thick and leathery, resistant to most weapons, and they possess an immense strength, allowing them to crush enemies with ease. Despite their size, they are surprisingly agile, capable of moving with surprising speed. Fortunately for those who encounter them, they are not the brightest the Seven Hells have to offer, but they make up for their lack of intelligence with sheer brutality and ferocity. So they have constant aggression. A Goliath never stops attacking, causing any scrap hound standing in their same zone to automatically suffer d4 strikes at the start of their turn. Oof. Okay, it's tough. Scrap hounds do not reroll any triumphs when facing a Goliath, and they always deal 1 damage less than what they rolled. Brutal. The Goliath's sheer strength causes plus d4 damage. Okie dokie. So let's roll a d10 to see what kind of demon it is. Hopefully that I'm doing that right. So I'm gonna roll a d10. So that's a 2. So that is a corruptor. Okay, here we go. Corruptors are sinister, serpentine demons that blend humanoid and reptilian features to horrifying effect. Standing 3 meters tall. Uh-oh, I'm American. I don't know how tall that is. I'm gonna say it's tall. Their muscular bodies are covered in iridescent scales, with a hooded cobra-like head adorned with multiple pairs of glowing eyes. Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't get a Goliath. Because, I'm glad I didn't roll 1 for the leader. That was crazy. Okay, so they have a constricting tail. A scrap hound engaged in melee combat against a corruptor must pass a strength check at the start of their turn to avoid being held or become stunned. Okay. Corrupting influence. Any scrap hound engaged in melee combat against a corruptor suffers 1 corruption strike at the start of their turn. Corruption strike. I'm just trying to see like where I mark that. Yeah, this is gonna take a second as I'm just like trying to make sure that I'm doing everything correctly. So their melee number is 2. Does that mean there's just 2 of them? Melee combat is 4. Health is 8. Defense is +4. XP is 20. Initiative is 7. And my initiative is 3, so pretty sure they would go first anyway. Okay, so let's see how this goes. So okay, so there's 2 of them, so I'll place 2 die here. Okay, they have the tail. So each corruptor has melee combat of 4, and then I have defense 4 plus. So the corruptors are going to attack. Roll 4d6 against my defense 4 plus. Oof, that's rough. So So I rolled 5, 4, 4, 3. If I'm understanding correctly, that's 3 hits. Or 3 points of health, right? The 5 is a hit, and the 4... So the first corruptor, we'll say this one here goes... The first scores 3 hits, so that's 3 damage. So I'm at 37. I don't have to do the constricting tail, because that's at the start of my turn, which is not now, because I'm being ambushed. And I don't have to worry about the corrupting influence yet. I do have my etheric exoshell reroll ability, but I'm gonna save it. I believe the second one goes... Wait, how does combat... I'm being ambushed, so I believe that they go first. But other than that, let's see... All combat takes place in the grid. The player squad starts on the left. Okay. A turn is a single combatant's chance to act while around. Okay. Players with those with the highest initiative acting first. I just want to know if it's like going back and forth, or it's a thing of all of the PC goes, then enemies, PC enemies, like that. I know I can make 2 actions. I think I'm just going to do the PC enemies type flow of initiative. Okay, so I'm going to do Corruptor 2. So I rolled 4, 4, 2, and 1, so it does 2 more. So I'm at 35 now. Actually, it might be easier to... I'm going to use this, actually. That's what I have these dials for. This will be easier. I'm at 35 health. Well, I rolled 4 for 2, 1. Can enemies fumble? Is fumbling a thing for enemies? Can I double check that? I'm performing a check, rolling a fumble as a result. It doesn't say that, it doesn't say no. I guess, yeah, I'm looking at the rule. Look, I guess enemies can fumble as well. So that's when I would want to fumble. It doesn't say they can't, so if the enemy did fumble, because I rolled a 1, it's going to cancel out one of... It eliminates one of the successes. So I actually have 36 instead of 35. Okay, so now we're both still in the same zone. I believe I can take 2 actions. I want to take one just to move over because too close. Okay, I don't need to be on the character page. Go to combat. I know that I can take 4 actions because of 4 standard actions. Free actions are they're self-contained, and the results characters you can only make. Okay, a few words, swapping weapons. You can only make a single free action per round. They cost nothing to use and are typically small. Turn is a single combatant's attack, while a round is the sum of all combatants. So it doesn't say how rolling 1s and 6 works. Okay, it doesn't say like if it should be like, because I have 4 standard actions. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take those 4, and then the 2 enemies will go, and then I'll take my 4 again, and then we'll just go round after round until one of us expires. Both PCs and their opponents can move once during their turn. They can choose to move to... Okay, that's what I was looking for. Both, they can choose to move. This means that a PC on Zone 1 can only move to Zone 2. Okay. That's what I was wondering. So, okay. I have to resolve the corruptor's key features. So a scrap hound engaged in melee combat must pass a strength test. So what's my strength? Is 5. So 5d6. I just need to just roll. Oh, bruh. I rolled 2 1s. What was the strength test? It immediately... Oh no. Do I have anything to re-roll anything? I don't want to get caught up in its tail. I think determination? Man, 4 3 2 1 1. Or I would become stunned 1, and I think that is just for 1 round, I believe. Where does it talk about conditions? The character cannot take any actions for a number of rounds equal to X. They can still move though. The effect wears off automatically once 1 round has passed, so I would be stunned for 1 round. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend a determination point to re-roll one of them. I'm just gonna re-roll 1. So let's see what I get. Oh, I got a 6. I could re-roll the 6, but I don't need to because I just need to pass that. Okay, nice. Okay, so now I'm going to do the corrupting influence. Any scrap town engaged in melee. Well, here's the thing. I'm not engaged in melee because I'm moving over here. Boom. I'm now in zone 2. I could re-roll. I mean, I'll re-roll the 6. I don't know what it does. I rolled a 3. It doesn't... Okay, so... This thing has 8, so I'm gonna track the enemy's health with this one. Oh, okay, so I don't think I can move into melee, so I stay here. So I get 1 corruption strike at the start of my turn. What does a corruption strike mean, and where do I track that on the sheet is the question. I'm not sure where to track corruption strike, so I'm just gonna write it here. So so I get a corruption strike at the start of my turn. Okay. Okay, so most of this is just reading and rechecking rules. Okay, so I have 4 standard actions. Okay, I have my arc blade, and they each have 8 health. Defense is +4. Okay. Scavenger's ingenuity, and then I have Deadeye shot. Let me just see if those can help me now. You could take careful aim to make a precision shot as a standard action while wielding. Okay, that's the ranged weapon, so I'm not using ranged right now. Once formation, you can quickly use debris in order to do so. You create a 1 use. Okay. Scavenger's ingenuity might come in handy, but we'll see. So I'm gonna put a little, make this corruptor 1, and then this is corruptor 2. So I have +1 melee, and it deals +d4 damage. My base melee is 4, and then my arc blade adds a +1, and then it does d4 damage. And then my escort benefit, the Tech Knight grants a +1 hit when dealing damage. The enemy has a defense of 4 plus. So I have to roll 5d6 and let's see how it goes. Okay, so I rolled a 6, so I'm going to re-roll that 6. And that's a 2. Okay. So, let's see. So that was 6, 5, 4, 3, 1 on the first one. 6, 5, 4. Okay. Anything that was 4 plus was a success. There was a fumble, so it eliminates a success. So I had 3 initial successes from the 6, 5, 4, 1 fumble. The fumble eliminates 1 success, so I only have 2. So that is 2 hits, and then my escort benefit gives me another +1, so that's 3 hits. So that's 3 damage, and now I can calculate the damage for the arc blade. So I'll roll a d4. And that's a 3. Oh snap. So that's 3 hits. Okay, so that was 1 action, and that did. Okay, so this one is now down to 2 health. This one right here. So I'm still in zone 1, engaged to melee. I'm going to attack again, so let's see. Arc blade again, so it's going to be melee combat plus 1. So I'll roll another 5d6. Ooh, that is a good roll. That is 6, 6, 5, 4, 1. So I'm gonna re-roll those 2 6s. And just got a 2 or 3. So I rolled a 1, so that takes away 1 of the successes. So there was originally 4, so that goes down to 3. Plus 1 for the Tech Knight NPC. So that's 4, and then I can roll a d4. I mean, this thing is done. I don't need to keep counting. 4 is already going to do it. It just needed 2 health, so this one's out. Done. So this one's back up. It has 8 still. And that was my second action. Okay, time for my third. Okay, so this is the third action. Again, it's 5d6. Oof, that's only 1, and I rolled a 1. That is not a good roll. Because that 1 takes out the success. So 4, 2, 2, 1. I could use a determination point to like re-roll and possibly get a success. I'll save it. Just gonna use my 4th and final action to hit again with the Archblade. Ooh, that's a good roll. Okay. 5, 4, 4, 4, 3. So that's 4. Oh my god, that's a good roll. Okay, so that's 4. I get a +1 because of the damage dealt. I get 5. It goes to 5 because of the Tech Knight NPC, and then I'm gonna roll a d4. Hopefully I get a 3 or higher, or this thing is still up. So let's roll. Oh, that's a 2. Oh man, it's hanging on by a thread. But it has 7, so it is going to. It's going to try to get me again. Okay, so. So this thing is down to 1. If I had rolled well on my third action got me nothing at all. 4th action got me so much, but not quite enough. So let's see. It was a demon, so it's 128. Okay. So it has... There's a corruptor. The corruptor demon. Defense is 4+. Melee is 4. I don't have to... It still has its constricting tail. I don't have to try to pass that until... Okay. Okay, so it has melee combat 4, so against my 4+. So then I'm gonna roll 4d6, and if it gets 4s or higher, it's able to hit me. Oh, snap, son. It rolled a 6. That's a 3. Okay. So I got 6, 4, 3, 3. So that is... so we got 2 hits on me. So I go down to 34. Now, it is the start of my turn, so it has its constricting tail feature. So I need to pass a strength check, and my strength is 5, so I just need a 4+. So 5d6. Nice. Pass. So there's a lot of successes in there. So I'm not stunned. But I do take another corruption strike. So my corruption strike is at 3 now. What did I roll for that? That was a good one. That was 6, 6, 5, 4, 3. So I believe that's what it does. And I'm gonna go again. It has 1 hit point left, so I'm just going to hit it with my my blade. Come on, give me something. There we go. That's it. It's wiped out. There's a lot of successes in there, and there's a whole bunch of more hits I would have got, but that was a really good roll. Which is a 5, 5, 4, 4. That's 4 hits. Plus 1, and then I would have rolled a d4. 1. So it's out of here. Okay. So that was ambush. Okay, so that was combat, and I believe there are some rules at the end of combat. Every scrap hound immediately recovers d4 health. So I'll roll a d4. Come on, 4. That's 1. Okay, I'm up to 35. Not bad. Write down your XP gains. 20 XP. And then roll for loot. You can roll in the loot table once per regular encounter. You I'm guessing this is not a regular encounter. I don't know. It's an ambush. What's considered a regular encounter? You defeated once per regular encounter. You defeated in the fight, and twice per leader you defeated. So I'm gonna roll on the loot table. And let's see. Hopefully it's something. Let's see. That's a 9. Another empty-handed bastard. These guys don't have anything on them. Wow. Okay. So write down XP. Where is XP tracked? Here. 20. Oh, okay. Sorry. I just want to double check. I think it's 40 XP because it's 20 XP for each corruptor. Man, that felt kind of tough. And if these are the little guys, I was scared of the leader. That leader was crazy. The abilities on that one. Okay. My gosh. That took so long because I don't know like the procedures yet, so I can see that going quicker, but man, that took a long time. That took like it was just full of oh my god. It was just full of like rechecking rules, getting stuff wrong, and then fixing it. So this is my health here. So I'm at 35. This was ambushed in this room here. Okay. Okay, so we're out of ambush, but we're still in the same room. Let's see if there's anything else I could do. Okay, I think I can scavenge now. That's what I'll do. Okay, so let's scavenge. I'm gonna roll a d10. Let's see. 1. You uncover some grisly remains. All scrap except for one. Oh my god. Another corruption strike. Now I'm at 4. Great. I think that's it. It's the events table if I need it. So then I will go back here to the area connector to see. Oh, I didn't mean to close this off. Let's just act like it's not there. We'll put a little door here. Okay. So I'm going to put a little star. It's going to represent that I finished that room, scavenging and all that. There was an ambush. Simple. So we're going to roll again for the area connector. So area connector. Let's see. That would be a d20. That's an 11. Stairs going down. All scrap hounds must make an agility check or trip, receiving 1 strike. My agility is 2. Oh no. So let's see. Target number was 4. Success. Okay. Got it. Okay, so now we exit that area. What is this? I'll just say this one was stairs. So let's see what this one is. I'm going to end it soon, but well, let's end it on what I find here. Hopefully not another ambush. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna roll a d10. That's a 6. So a locked access point. As you attempt to exit your current area, you realize that the access point linking this area to the next is locked. Well, that's kind of fitting, because I accidentally drew a door, and I locked the room off on accident. Okay. When this happens, roll on the access point type table to determine what type you're dealing with. Scrap hounds can attempt to open a locked access point with an intelligence check. 6+, follow these steps. Okay, there's a cipher. Okay, so when this happens, roll on the access point type table to determine what type you're dealing with. So let's see. So I'll roll a d6. Let's see what type. It's a flesh door. That doesn't... Ugh. A mass of fleshy matter blocks the way with only a valve-like orifice. That's disgusting. Allowing passage through. Squeezing through is not actually difficult, but the experience causes all characters to receive d4 corruption strikes. Ugh! That's disgusting. And I could try to unlock it and not take any corruption strikes with an intelligence check. So generate the cipher. Roll 2d10, arranging the lower results on the left and the higher on the right. Attempt to lockpick. This sounds complicated. Is there like a, this whole thing? Very complicated. It's kind of late for me, and I will figure this out later. For right now, I'm just gonna roll an intelligence check to see if I get a 6+, because I would like to not squeeze through an orifice of a flesh door. That sounds disgusting. So that's intelligence. What's my intelligence? My intelligence is 2. Great. I have 2 chances to do this. So let's roll 2d6. Come on. No, I have to squeeze through an orifice hole. It's disgusting. I gotta roll d4 to see how many corruption strike. I mean, I get it. I'll take it. Okay, it's just 1. Corruption strike is at 5. It's disgusting. So we make it through. Oh, actually, the door was like right here. It was after the stairs. It was to get into this room. Disgusting. So now we're in the room. So let's scavenge. Hopefully I don't roll a 1. That's a 4. You find various bits and pieces worth a total of D100. Nice, I will take it. Seriously? I only find two scripts? That is a sad amount. Where the heck can you get track freaking your script? I think it's on the next page. Where is it? Script here. 2. A nice hearty 2. That's sad. Okay. So, what was here? Absolutely nothing. And I got some script. Boom. Done. So that's where I'm going to end it here. I will read about the cipher thing and unlocking the door. So I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it there. Noteworthy events. Oh snap! Let me do the. I'm entering to a new area. Let me do these rolls here. I almost forgot. I'm gonna do the mission die. That'll be quick. 1. Nice. It goes down to D6. Now I don't want the horde die to go down to 3. Yes. Horde die stays at D6. I am 1 step closer to the assassination, and that is where I'm going to end it. This was very long because I'm still learning the rules, but I am hoping to get the hang of things. It's a fun game. It's just taking a long time because I'm still learning the rules. So, yeah, I will be back for another session on another day.